Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. What we're going to do, we're going to watch the Core Combat update that was released by Ubisoft. I already understand it, but a lot of you guys still aren't quite sure. I see comments about it, ask me to go over the CCU update and all that kind of stuff. So I want to go over each individual part that Ubisoft brings up in their video. It's only 3 minutes 48 seconds long, and I'm going to go over each part, explaining it a little bit easier if they don't explain it good. As well as giving you my opinion on it. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let me make sure my webcam isn't too far in the way here. Maybe a little bit smaller. All right, cool. All right, well guys, let's go ahead and start watching this. See how they did on this.
Hello Warriors! Today we will talk about an important update coming to For Honor, the Core Combat update.
Okay.
The game has been known to be more defensive focused, and with the update, the game will shift to a more offensive state that will be viable across all skill levels.
I agree with that 100%. That is 100% true.
The update has 3 goals. Improve the consistency of the core combat experience, enhance the viability of general offense across the entire set of attacks in the game for all heroes, and, based on your testing grounds feedback, counter light spam's effectiveness.
Okay. So that last one is super important because if you guys don't already know, the point of CCU update, or at least the biggest thing about it, was making attacks look faster. So what it does is the first 100 milliseconds of the indicator is going to be invisible after this. So light spam was a huge issue. So I'm glad they're addressing that, but I'll stop interrupting. Let's go ahead and get to this first part here.
Let's take a closer look at the changes coming into the Core Combat update. As first introduced in testing grounds, we remove the visual variability of opponents' fight move speeds caused by timing of inputs by hiding the first 100 milliseconds of animation. This means you won't need to hit an exact frame to delay your inputs in order to hide the first portion of the attack from your opponent. You can now use the input buffer to input your attacks as comfortably as you'd like, and your attacks will remain consistently efficient.
Okay, so one thing you guys may or may not notice from this, if you look from this left one to this right one, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. I muted real quick so y'all can still hear me. Okay, at the beginning of the attack, let me go back. At the very beginning of the attack, look how much the body moves on the left one, right? It's not even just the indicator, but the body itself moves a lot more at the beginning of the attack. Like, look left, and then look to the right one. It's significantly different. Like, the first one, it kind of jolts to the side real quick. The one on the right, it just kind of slowly leans into it. So it's not even just the indicator, but it seems like the animation is also reduced just a little bit, just on the character, which, again, is going to make it easier to land those attacks because it's not going to get spotted. But this Core Combat update, if you guys don't know, you can delay attacks mid-chain. As far as they're showing it here, you normally can't delay your first attack, but attacks that are delayed are usually about 66 milliseconds quicker when you're going against it, and it's hard to deal with. But now they're going to make it where everything is 100 milliseconds quicker, essentially. I mean, the animation's hid. You're still going to see it on your end, so your attack's going to look the exact same when you're throwing them out. The opponent, or when you're receiving the attacks, though, everything's gonna look just a little bit quicker, so you're gonna get hit with a lot more attacks, but this is to try to stop the turtle meta. That's the purpose of this. But yeah, I just wanted to go over that with you guys. If you guys didn't notice, I'll play it one more time here. You notice she just kind of jolts here, right? Meanwhile, this one's a little bit less noticeable. Yeah, that's way less noticeable. I love it. I love it.
Principle allows feints to be more believable. While on your screen all feints will still happen as soon as you press the button, the first 100 milliseconds of the feint will be shown to the opponent as your attack still continuing.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can stop this to the right frame here. Can you go frame by frame on YouTube? Is that a thing? I feel like that's a thing. No, but you can go really slow. Okay, oh god. Okay, right here. So this looks like the main difference of this part. So As you guys probably already know, when an enemy throws an attack, that indicator flashes white for the parry window. If they feint it, there's not supposed to be an indicator. And that's true unless there's like high latency or something. In this scenario here though, you know, how it is live, it's just smoke that's really widened out and it's just a poof. Here, they've kind of tightened it and it's actually still kind of right where the indicator is. So I think it's to deceive your eyes that it's still a flicker really, as to, you know, like the parry window. So the point of this, like this feints are more believable, it's to add that little white in that area down there. So while it doesn't look like it's very delayed, which I think they explain saying that it's delayed, it doesn't really look delayed in my opinion, but that little white extra little puff of smoke I think is going to deceive people a little bit more. Let's see it one more time here. It's in very slow motion for you guys. Okay, so he feinted there. Again, no white flicker on either one. But in this case, right there, you see that little white circle. So I'm hoping this will help deceive some eyes a little bit because unblockable feints, at least on PC, people can react to these things way too late sometimes. It's crazy. But yeah, on Xbox, I don't think it's going to really matter. You guys already have a huge input delay, so you're going to have to 50-50 guess anyways. PlayStation, with these new updates, it's going to be more read based, which I'm happy about.
So
I forgot to turn off the I forgot to turn the playback speed normal.
feint, while maximizing the believability of your feint mix-ups. While before we needed zone input to be on the same exact frame, the new system allows a 33 millisecond zone input window, which will help players no longer miss their zone inputs again.
Okay, that's a good change. It's not even really like a CCU update, I don't think. I mean, it's coming with it, but it's nothing new. It's just a quality of life change. So I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times I don't hit it at the exact same time, and then I throw a light or heavy. It's annoying.
Light attacks are now generally frame disadvantage on hit, meaning that if your opponent hits you with a light, ends their chain, and then you both press the same button afterwards, your button will come out first because you recover first.
Okay, so this is a good thing in my opinion. You Orochi players are gonna hate it. I'm sorry, you're gonna hate it, or anybody else like Peacekeeper, you're gonna hate it as well. Basically, with your light attacks now, once you finish the chain, I don't know if it's gonna go the entire way only, or if it'll happen like just single light to single light or whatever. But after a light finisher, the opponent is gonna have the opportunity to hit a light first. As it is right now, if you got, say, Orochi light spammed, right? And then you try to throw a light right at the end of the chain, I believe you either clash with the Orochi or he goes first again, which sucks. Same goes like Warlord, too. Warlord's got the same thing. So that should be changing. The light disadvantage frame is what it's called. So if you do light spam, the other person can go first. So you can't just light spam your way to victory. PC, I don't expect this to be as big an issue because some people can still react very well anyways. But console, you're going to love this. You're really going to love this. Like, your light spam may hit more, but you're not going to be able to do it the whole round, which is good. I mean, if you do, you're just going back and forth with it, which is really stupid. It's like a game of war, you know. But let's go ahead and keep watching.
This will help you counter light spam by giving you an opportunity to interrupt your opponent by starting your offense first after being hit. On Heavy Finisher, however, we generally made these frame advantage, rewarding the player for finishing their chain with a heavy.
Oh, okay. That's a great change. Reason I say that, people don't throw heavy finishers very often. They really don't, unless it's like in fours and it's an external heavy, like from Kensei there, that would hit somebody, which externally I don't think this is really going to have much of an impact. But basically now, if you go for a heavy finisher, you're going to be rewarded for it, for being able to hit the next light attack first. It's fantastic. If you guys don't also know, which we're going to get to it here in a second, but they're removing stamina penalties for parried heavies. So there's a lot less risk now to throw these heavy finishers through because you get rewarded to go next. Worst case scenario, they parry it and get a light, which lights are kind of getting weakened anyways with this. So heavy finishers are going to be more encouraged and more rewarding. So it's fantastic.
While we improved offense overall and defined that light attacks are expected to land more often, we increased the stamina cost of light attacks to reduce the effectiveness of light spam.
Alright, so this change, I think this is more suited towards the lower half of the community. Not to say you guys are bad or nothing, but there's some people that do have trouble blocking. There's not going to be many scenarios where I feel like you're going to run out of stamina, at least at high level. At low level, you're going to go against that Conqueror or Aramusha like you're seeing here. That's going to just keep throwing lights and keep getting you with a bunch of lights because they are going to appear faster. So this is going to help a lot at low level. At high level, I feel like people are going to be able to manage their stamina a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, this is, in my opinion, it doesn't seem necessary for high level play, but for low level play, given this extra stamina, it makes sense to me. I mean, it'll prevent you from getting light spammed as much. And you can see the Zonhu still died from all the lights, but if you had blocked at least one of them, you know, he would have survived, and then the opponent's out of stamina. So I think it's a good change. Unnecessary high level, but it's a good change.
Stamina penalties on miss, block, superior block, and parry were removed. This will prevent you from going out of stamina when blocked or parried.
Okay, so as you can see here, I don't know if you use my mouse cursor, I think you can. This is the amount of stamina he has after just one blocked heavy, and this is the amount in the new update. So it's about half. It's about half the amount. You don't lose the stam from it, which is fantastic. And then
reduce the penalty for being parried, and encourage players to activate.
Look at the stamina difference right here. Down to under half. This is what it is live. This is Lawbringer, you'd be down to like a minuscule amount, right? While compared to here, he basically only used the heavy from, he only used the stamina from his second heavy through, which wasn't even much because it was a chain heavy, which looks like is also using less stamina now. This is fantastic. Again, this goes back to just being more aggressive and have more aggressive options. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Warden could have feinted and went for something else, but like, again, him throwing it through, worst case scenario, he hits a light for like probably 12 or 15 damage or something. I mean, it's great. It's a good change. It's going to promote more aggressive play, more use of heavies too, because lights use more stamina now. So this is fantastic.
Actively fight for their victory. We adjusted light and heavy damages based on their intended functions of attacking. This means damage from lights are reduced while heavies, especially heavy finishers, retain their higher damage values. We also generally reduce damage and counterattacks and parry punishes.
Okay. So I think this is just going to make combat last longer. For a lot of you guys that have been here for a while, people have been asking for higher health pools. Lowering damage numbers is kind of a similar way to do it, honestly. I mean, it makes fights last longer. It's going to make feats stronger too. I don't know how much those are getting changed. I haven't seen any details on the actual feat changes. But this is a good change. I mean, Conqueror, as he is live, does 18 damage per chain light. On console, it's really hard to react to. On PC, it's not super hard to react to. But with these changes, it's going to be hard to react to by pretty much everybody, probably. So, giving them a lot less damage, and look at that stamina cost, a lot higher. It's going to promote Conks to do more. It's going to promote them to throw more heavies. So, this is good. This is good.
Thanks for watching this quick overview of the...
Okay, so that's about it, guys. As far as my opinion goes, I kind of gave it between each one. I think this is an overall positive update. PC and Xbox and PlayStation. Reason being, and this is, I'm biased on this, right? I prefer read-based combat. I've always played off reads in every like fighter game. I'm big on Smash Brothers as well, and I play reads on there more than reactions. But I love it. I love how light spam is getting addressed for the most part. The frame advantage, disadvantage thing that's going to be hopefully consistent among all the cast. I'm sure there's going to be, you know, some moves that are going to be exemptions from it. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. But still, this is a great change. I would love to hear y'all's opinion on this. You know, let me know what you guys think from whatever platform you're on, PlayStation, Xbox, PC. I've played them all, so I can relate to you on every single bit of it. But let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. But guys, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new about the CCU update that you might not have known. Leave a like if you did enjoy it. Again, please leave a comment. I want to hear from you guys. And yeah, guys, y'all have a great day.